I don't even know what I'm gonna say up here right now, really. I realized that, um, I've been going through it like we all have, with all the planets in retrograde and all the stuff, the bad stuff makes us all sad and crazy, you know, that stuff. Anyways, been going through it and everything is like coming to a point where big decisions need to be made. They need to be made fast. Everything is, there's no good view. There's no good view because I am trash. All right. I don't even really have the energy for this at all. And I really wish my pumpkin spice was actually good, and it was terrible. It was so bad because if I had that to drink right now, I'd feel a lot better. But anyways, what I realized is I've been going through over the past year a massive, like crazy growth spurt, because I'm forcing myself to do this because I'm turning 30 in a little over a month. What? It's okay. I'm doing fine. Um, anyways, I put all these like crazy plans into place and goals um, to take care of by the time I turn 30. And it's been kind of the journey for this past year of like, okay, let's see how far we can go. Let's see how we can get there because I want to just completely flip my life on its head and just start living a whole brand new freaking life. And it's been a wild plan. It's been a wild journey. And I'm sorry, I have no fluidity in the way I'm talking right now. But when do I ever? I never know what I'm going to say. And then I just word vomit and I've got ADHD, so I get off track and everything's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't help that I'm constantly stoned. So, on that note, not on that note, I've been going through this upgrade this entire year and I've accomplished a lot of things and I've gotten really, really far thus far. And I keep having to remind myself over and over and over again to celebrate my victories as they are and to enjoy where I'm at and, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate because holy shit, you've come so far. Like, don't get so bogged down in how much yet you have to go. Keep reminding myself that. And something that I realized is when I started this process, a big thing that helped me figure out what to do next, how to go on, how to continue, was dramatically freaking talking about it on YouTube. Because that's also one of my goals, because I am planning on within a month and a half just up and being famous. No. But yeah, let's see what happens. Um, but no, like I plan on I currently work at a medical school and I don't want to work here anymore. And so but not only do I not want to work here anymore, I don't want to work for anybody anymore. And that has been the truth forever. But so I'm switching up, and all of a sudden I'm just going to be a dancer, burlesque performer, YouTuber, van life, traveling artist, passive income making diva who everybody knows and loves. And I've been trying to make this happen, but, like, you see this. It's like I'm not any good at any of the things that I'm really trying to do. Like, I have potential maybe because of the things that I want and because of, like, my fucking outlandish ideas and, like, the craziness of, like, "Oh, yeah, so you're gonna turn your whole life around and you, have a plan, but you don't really have a plan, and you're just gonna quit your job, hoping that all of a sudden you'll figure out how to make money passively online, just like that. Even though I've been researching it forever, I've been I've been documenting all sorts of plans, coming up with ideas, coming up with strategies, coming up with things, but, like, not able to fully commit to that, not able to, like, I just haven't put in enough of the work yet, I feel, to actually make any of this happen. See, like, what normal people would do is they'd build a side hustle and different streams of income along while they have their full-time job so that they can transition seamlessly into something so that they can make money. So that they don't have to all of a sudden just, like, be without. But my crazy ass doesn't wanna do that because I can't get myself to for some reason, and I've been trying to figure that out. I've been trying to, like, fucking psychoanalyze myself to the max, whatever. I've been trying to figure it out, but, I think I just like to be bound in some way. I don't know. I also think I'm, like, I know I'm a big perfectionist, but I think what comes along with that are, like, the bigger consequence of that, so many consequences of being a fucking perfectionist, and don't let anybody tell you it's a fucking good thing. Um, but one of them being is that I'm just a very all or nothing person, I feel like, and I feel like I cannot allow myself to it's very complicated, but it shouldn't be. Like, it's just all just fucking life, man. Fucking life. So it's very interesting because I see as I'm talking about this, I'm like, okay, so you can't get yourself to do things unless you can give it your full attention, unless you can give it your all, so that you just don't, you end up just not doing anything because you feel like you can't dedicate your full attention to any of it. But that's not quite the right, like, pathway there. It's so I have so many different things that I wanna do, but I'm a perfectionist and I have to be able to dedicate all of my attention to, like, something, give something my all. But how can I give anything my all when I've got so many things I wanna give to, right? So, like, this thinking is flawed. Something's wrong here. Because I'm like, oh, well, if I quit my job, that means I'll be able to give my all to myself and to growing these avenues of like income and to being the artist and creative that I truly am, and this and this and that. But then there's still the question of like, okay, is that, first of all, that's just a theory. Like, that doesn't mean that when you quit your job, you're actually going to do that. However, I will say from experience of when I quit the job the last time, I did work my ass off to try to figure out ways to make money and to make connections and to do things and to survive. And I was on a path to doing that, but I didn't have any safety net. Like any padding, because all of the money got ripped away immediately. Um, and I'm hoping that this time, like, not all of the money gets ripped away immediately, but like, oh my God, I'm so fucking jabbery. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to tell everything. God. Skipping over a whole lot of backstory and bullshit. Point is, I live in Boston. It's fucking cold here. It's about to be winter. I live in a van. What the fuck do I do? Because I'm about to quit this job. Because I'm turning 30 November when it gets cold. And it is currently the end-ish of September and it is getting cold. And that means I have to, within the next month, figure out if I am quitting this job and taking the van and moving elsewhere where it's warmer so that I can live the van life and be warm and not have to make enough money for rent. Problem with that is I have connections in other places, but I don't necessarily have connections that have connections to making money opportunities in other places. That's like a big scary leap. Like, moving is not a problem. Moving's not a leap, but this though is a whole new level of like what the fuckery. Like, this is this isn't just moving. This is ripping off your skin and evolving. Like, I don't know. Without a plan, without a partner, by myself. I don't know this shit. I don't know how to do this. With as chaotic as I am, I'm so chaotic. I'm so chaotic. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Okay, so that gives me a significant amount of anxiety, obviously. Because I don't have any opportunities other places that I know of, especially of other places that are warm at this time. I could go down to Florida, 'cause that's where my parents live, and that'll be warm, but it storms a lot there, and It's not for me. It's great for some time, but I can't really be around my family that much, and I just don't know what there is there for me, really. I wanna go out back out to California, um, because I know there's background acting there, and I know that there's a whole lot of burlesque there. There's a whole lot of burlesque everywhere, throughout everywhere, but, like, um, I don't know how I'd make any of this work. However, maybe it's just slow and steady wins the race. Well, obviously, but, like, okay, here's the other thing. I have opportunities here now in the direction of the life that I want to build. But that's not compatible with van life because it's winter in Boston. So I've got a potential dance company I could dance for. I've got a potential like winter dance show production that I could be a part of. I've got connections for other performances that will be coming up and happening throughout the next few months here. And as of today, as of right before I started this, which is what was originally the real start, or why I officially hit the start button on doing this, because I just saw an opportunity for a show in New York. And then that just sparked a little something, something in my mind, just a little bit. And the thing it sparked is, why don't you move to New York? Is the pause for dramatic effect a little too long there? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Well, because there's so much in New York, and it's close enough here that I can still maintain the relationship of, like, performing that I have here. But what about van? But what about everything? What about everything? Like, that's not a smart thing to start looking into, is it? I mean, because like, well, I need to look at this fucking almanac. What is the winter supposed to be like here? God. Um, okay. Wait, that's not really the region. Northeast, but I might be able to make it through January here. This is what I'm thinking, but, like, can I bank on that? Also, why am I saying that when I literally just saw the forecast for October, not November or December? And that wasn't even for where I actually live. Fuck. Yeah, October. I need the other forecasts, please. I need the almanac, please. Oh, shit. Massachusetts is poised for a colder, snowier winter than normal, the almanac predicts. In the almanac's Atlantic corridor region, which runs from Boston and Worcester down the coast to Washington, D.C., the forecasts predict a cold and powdery winter. Fuck. When is the snow gonna be? Oh, it's foolish. It's foolish. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna rent a room? I don't know. I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. And I'm sorry that I'm like just hanging out on YouTube by myself, scrolling, Googling, trying to figure out what the weather forecasts for the next 4 months are gonna be like. Um, what should I do? You guys, help me. Because the problem is if I give up the van, then quitting the job is not very smart. But I have to. And if it's like done, it's done. It has to happen now. Um, but that means that I then go from not having to make very much money to live because I have my house on wheels to having to make a significant amount of money to be able to pay for rent and also storage for the van if I keep it. What the fuck am I gonna do? My mom says I should run away to New Zealand. Should I do some no, that seems much right now on the live YouTube. It seems a little wild. Maybe. I don't know. That's why I just need y'all to make me famous, like now, so that I don't have to worry about money. I'll just be famous, right? That's all you have to do, right? You just need to be famous. You don't have to do anything. What am I gonna do? Uh, I'm cracking. I also just went through a breakup, or am going through a breakup, in quotes, because we were never really together, but together for the majority of this year thus far. So some months. About 9 months. Ew. That's interesting. Maybe that look. Oh, okay. Stop. I'm sorry. I'm just making an ass of myself. Um, I'm hoping that I can just pull. Make that my thumbnail. I'm hoping I can just pull knowledge from the ethers of the internet through this. Tell me. Because the plan was, okay, come November, you take off in the van, you go down to Florida for, into November, Thanksgiving through Christmas kind of thing. Because it'll be warm and you'll be around your family. And figure out dance opportunities there, figure out things, making money there, and then make my way out to California around January. Visit my friend who lives there. She just bought a house, so go to the house. Background act, somehow become famous. I don't know. But now that life's lifing, everything's falling apart, maybe exactly how it's supposed to. Everything's falling apart. But it's not. It's falling in place. I just don't know where the fuck the place is leading. I'm so nervous. Because everything has to happen all at once. And I have to trust myself more than ever now to be able to make this transition. But now the transition seems so scattered and blurry because things don't necessarily seem united. I don't know. But this has not given me any fucking clarity whatsoever. I've just been sitting here for 30 minutes talking to myself, hoping something would come through, and we got nothing, really. So now I'm just going to sit here and obsess again and try to figure out which direction I should go or fight for. The ultimate goal is to be a van traveling showgirl. Is it a showgirl who travels by van, or is it a vanner who travels by being a showgirl? Doesn't really matter. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe it is that I just, because if all of my opportunities dry up by January, maybe it's just that I need a sublet for November and December. But that's so annoying because then that takes away all the money that I would need to make. But that just means you just need to make more money. But how do you expect to make more money when you're quitting your job and you've not really made money else ways before much? Guys, like somebody like whip diddy doo dog, give me the fucking answer, please. Very least somebody watch this and be like, "You're a fucking idiot. The answer's clear." I gotta find a fucking sublet. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You're just gonna have to figure out a way to make more money so that you can do the sublet thing for the 2 months. And hope that there's a way that you can keep your van safe kind of within that arrangement. The fuck is this gonna work? Okay, whatever. Let me get off. Let me get off. I'm not helping anything by being up here anymore. All right. Bye-bye. I'm a failed van life YouTuber is what I want to film next, but will I? No. Not for a while, probably, unless I'm lying right now, which would be great. Goodbye.